What's going on, guys? We are back here with another video. This is a review of the Elusive Samurai episode 11. A really good episode in terms of the wars that we have been seeing. This was another one that had a war going on. And we got to basically see the Elusive Warriors and how they showcase their abilities, as well as um, another man that is working under the Emperor and basically how he runs things. Pretty much all the men that have worked under the Emperor so far that we have met aren't good people, obviously, but they, in a way, to me, they're very disturbing. Obviously, the two men, Sadamune and Ichikawa, that we have met in previous episodes, they are like possessed by these eye and ear demons of sorts. A new man that we met, he's a provincial official. His name is Shinano Kiyohara. Basically, he was stealing barley during the harvest, and that is when the members of the Suwa sect raised an army to prevent to stop him from stealing. Obviously, we have seen in past episodes that they are low on numbers because they were attacked and a lot of the adults were killed. This is what led to Yoshirige ordering Tokiyuki and the Elusive Warriors to convince Suwa to stop. During this time that they were traveling over there, Tokiyuki told Kojiro he's free to do what he can on this mission. At first, Kojiro was pretty much trying to think of ways that he could like help out Tokiyuki and protect him during this time. So by the time they got over there, Hoshino and the others refused to retreat, and basically they were in the mindset of like we choose death over our own lives, pretty much. One of the men was like so obsessed with the fact that he was like ready to die. He claimed that multiple ways he was gonna like kill people in this army was that he was gonna like go through their bottom and literally destroy their intestines from the inside out. Um, and then there was like so many minutes later in the episode, um, they were like kind of like resting after the day of the war and everything, and he had pretty much blood all over his mouth and everything, pretty much showcasing that he had like gone through and like eaten a bunch of people from the inside out. So that was like a really disturbing kind of thing, but also a very funny moment as well. I think in terms of the show's seriousness and comedy, it very well does a good switch between the two, like in every single episode. And to me, that's one of the things that the show has been like doing really well. Obviously, in the beginning of the show, we have seen like the animation has been really good at certain points. Now, I mean, there's been a couple of times where they throw a little bit 3D in there and it kind of throws it off just a little bit. I mean, it's not too much to where they feel like it's not watchable in a way, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, so in terms of the animation, it's been really good as well. I also want to point out this episode. So basically, how they started the war. Genba started a bonfire to create smoke in order to interfere with the enemy's sight. He was going around like pretty much burning the barley that they had harvested and stuff, and so this caused smoke everywhere, and the enemies couldn't see. They were at first they were shooting a bunch of arrows to the opposite side, and then this is when Shinomiya he pretty much yelled at them and like told them like just go, like just cross the river and start attacking them free will. So it was during the battle, Tokiyuki again, he attempted to stop Hoshino from fighting because he pretty much saw this as you're wasting your lives. You're not valuing your lives enough. And so when he said this caused Hoshino to draw his sword at Tokiyuki. Hoshino was obsessed with dying what he deemed a perfect death. He had chosen pride and honor over his life, all while being drunk. So pretty much I believe that they had felt this way prior. I mean, not necessarily letting the alcohol get to them, but during this scene, it was the sake that they were drinking that caused them to really be obsessed with this idea that they were like we need to just like put pride and honor over our own lives. For some reason, Tokiyuki he grabbed some of it and threw it at him, and it was actually really funny because when the sake splashed back on him, he got drunk from it, and then he started attacking Hoshino with with his butt. Um, so that was a great mix of like blood and gore mixed with the comedy there. So pretty much, Tokiyuki had convinced Hoshino at this point that they needed to stop fighting, and far away, on the other side of the river, Ichikawa, who is the ear demon, he had overheard Hoshino tell his men to get to their family so they might be retreating, and this is when Kiyahara yells at him to for them to go attack them. Then the episode ended with Yonimara and his men chasing Tokiyuki and the others. So overall, this was a really good episode. I think because of last week's episode not being as hype for me personally, we kind of reverted back to how like we've been seeing the wars and stuff going on that's really made this show strong, and this episode showcased that very much. So yeah, it was a really good episode. If you guys enjoyed it, leave your thoughts and everything down below in the comments section. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Remember to like the video, share with your family, your friends, anybody who might be interested in anime in general, because I do post a bunch of different animes and stuff like that, as well as follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. I do post daily on both of those. And as always, you guys have a blessed day.